I'd like to welcome everybody to the Kingdoms Group's presentation of Kingdom 777. Glad you could be with us today. I'm a little bit under the weather, so I apologize for my voice being a little rough. Had this for a few weeks now. If I do get away from the mic, I'll put my mic on mute whenever I have to cough. Those listening to the recording, obviously, I wanted you to hear this message as well, so you understand why my voice does sound a little bit rough. With that said, we're going to take your questions at the very end of the presentation. I want to get through this. Write down your questions, and you'll be able to type them in at the end, and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you. We're expecting a full house today. In fact, more people have registered than we can actually attend. So those of you who are on now, got a good seat. Others may have to call in, and we can't get those questions. So let's get started with our new presentation. WCM, World Capital Market, and Kingdom 777, they have offices all around the world, as you see on your screen. This is a huge company. We're going to talk a little bit more about this company as we go through the presentation. See, WCM, which is World Capital Market, they're a private international bank with over 700 investment institutions working with them. They provide a lot of different areas of consulting, portfolio management, mergers, acquisitions, funding, and more. We'll talk about that in the presentation. I'm sure you're familiar with some of these companies that you see on your screen here, major companies from around the world, and these are the clients of World Capital Market. Now, it's important to see the leadership, and the leadership here we have is Dr. Phil Ming Zhu. He's president of World Capital Market. And somebody said there's no audio. Can people hear me? Anyone out there hear me? Let me know. Just one type in yes, so I can say yes. Okay, great. Just want to continue. Sorry for those that are listening on the recording. Someone said they couldn't hear me, but it's going through fine, maybe on your end. Well, anyway, let's get back to Dr. Phil Ming Zhu. He's president of World Capital Market, which was established in 2003. He has a master's degree in communications from University of Southern California. He also has a doctorate in theology and a graduate of the Finance and Equity program at the Harvard Business School. To continue, he has taken 8 companies public, one selling for $400 million. And back in 1999, he co-founded Harmony Investment International, and they provide consulting services to the Netherlands, and they're still doing it for the Netherlands government today. In November of 2013, there was a Kingdom Economic Summit, and that was in California. As you can see, one of the keynote speakers here is our very own president, Dr. Phil Ming Zhu. He's very well known for his background in finance and equity and economics. So we're really excited to have a leader like that in this organization, which you can be a part of. Now, recently there was a World Capital Market purchase. They're putting together a network of golf clubs around the world. Glen Ivy Golf Club is one of the most prestigious golf clubs in California. Here is Dr. Phil Ming Zhu addressing the media, and here he is with some of the executives of the organization and addressing the group. This is the grand opening party. Now, a little bit about this golf course. It's a 72-hole golf course, which means it's huge. And they have an international golf card that, being a member of Kingdom 777, you can get this card and get discounts at all the courses they're going to be buying around the world. Now, what we see here with this golf course, it's one of the most valuable real estate properties in California, just to show you the financial power that's backing what we're doing. Back in 2008, there was an Asian Pacific Economic Summit, and World Capital Market was selected as one of the top 100 international investment institutions out there. And the president of our company now with the World Capital Market, I should say, Dr. Phil Ming Zhu, was awarded the title of Top 10 Most Prominent Asian Investors. That means a lot right there. Now, what does World Capital Market do? What are they here for? I'm going to talk about this. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. What they're doing is successful rounds of financing, which means companies deal with them. They finance for a term and they keep coming back, finance more. They do mergers and acquisitions, strategic planning, joint ventures, IPO preparation, underwriter recruitment, and they provide advice on corporations and Wall Street strategy. And they do so much more. This is just a tip of what they do, or touch on what they do. Now, the World Capital Market Mission, what is that all about? Well, over the next 100 years, they want to take 300 companies public, and that's about 3 companies per year. They're going to create pre-IPOs and stock swaps, which we can take advantage of. In fact, there's one presently going on right now for a company called 2 Pacific Inc. And you can get these shares at a great discount. Again, this is pre-IPO. Now, the goal here is to create one international currency that everyone will use. And this is going to be backed by precious metals, gas, and oil. The goal here is to recruit and compensate entrepreneurs to help finance and promote all the ventures that are going to be part, those 300 companies that are going to be involved. And this is through the company Kingdom 777. Now, World Cloud Media is one of the products, and presently they're upgrading this product. Now, what is this type of technology? You may have heard of different cloud opportunities out there, or cloud products. Well, what cloud is, they're multi-servicers that process information in fractions of a second. To look at it closely, it turns your computer, it turns your computer into a supercomputer. If you have one of those slow computers, well, guess what? That will get much faster through the cloud technology, which is going to be great for all of us out there. All right, so again, this is kind of new for some of you, and some people they're familiar with iCloud, like on an iPhone. This is quite a bit different. Why? Because it's unlimited data. As much information as you want, you can store on your cloud. Now, let's break this down a little bit. How does this work? A lot of people use external hard drives as their backup, and those can crash, and it could cost hundreds or even a couple $1,000s to recover your data. And it may take 2, 3, or 4 weeks and up to 2 months to get that. With this, your cloud is backed up on these multi-servers, and you could be at a friend's house, log on their computer, then you log onto your cloud, and everything you stored in cloud, all your files are there on their computer. You have access to them all. So again, this is a great tool, and everyone should have it, whether you're in business or just for your personal computers. The Kingdom card is another product, and there are 3 cards: the red card, the gold card, the platinum card. We're going to talk briefly about the red card and the platinum card. This page is going to focus on the gold card. The red card, that's for consumers that are not in the Kingdom 777 opportunity. Everybody out there all around the world, they can use this card to shop on the marketplace at 1in300.com, which is also part of the World Capital Market umbrella. The platinum card, that's for affiliates. That's the card you would sign up for. And this card you can use to withdraw your commissions. You can buy pre-IPOs. You can also get other people involved with the opportunity with this card. So it has a few uses, and very soon it's going to have a lot more uses. The gold card. Let's talk about the gold card on this slide here. Affiliates can introduce the gold card to merchants, and you can earn residual income when customers from that store use the card when they go shopping. So you set up the shop or whatever it may be, restaurant, local restaurant, with this card, and they give this card out to their consumers. Now, here's the big difference here. A lot of credit cards have merchant fees of 1.7 to 5%. This merchant fee is only 1%. That gives that shop or that local store every reason to want to use this card. If they're a nonprofit or a not-for-profit organization, there is no merchant fee at all. It is completely waived. Again, another bonus. And I'll tell you, the residual income side of this is good. People use the card, you get paid. And as I said, the merchants get these cards and they give them out to their consumers. The consumers or customers are going to earn rewards. They're going to keep going back to that store. When they go shopping, they get rewards. That merchant only pays a 1% fee, and you get a commission. And the way it's going to start off is a cash fill card. Then it can be a debit card, and eventually later on, through 2 Pacific Inc., which is the company that's going public first, it'll be a credit card, not a Visa, not a MasterCard, not an American Express. The Kingdom card, its own branding with its own processing center, which is big news for us all. And this is going to be, as I said earlier, the international currency that I was talking about based on points. And this will be worldwide, not just in one or two countries. This card will be everywhere, and there's merchants signing up for this card every single day. Let's talk about getting started. There are 5 ways to get started. We're going to talk about the 2 most popular ways because we're limited on time. So let's talk about the first one here, which is a junior distributor. And what is the junior distributor? Well, the junior distributor is $3.99. It's 300 BVs, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the presentation what a BV is. With this, you get 1 year of unlimited that cloud space plus the music station, and you get the platinum card and the opportunity in itself. So that's a great feature right there. The next package is the director package, and most people come in as a director, which is $19.99. It's 1,900 BVs. With that, you get 5 years of the unlimited cloud space. You get the music station, books library, videos, movies, games, so much more, and the platinum card along with the opportunity. If you look at cloud technology by itself, with nothing else here, no opportunity, none of the other features, it'll cost you for a good cloud service about $1,500 a year. With the junior distributor for $3.99 for the year is an excellent price, and director, $19.99 for 5 years is really untouchable for the unlimited space. Plus, you get the opportunity and everything else I'm going to show you. So you don't get much better than this. So let's take a close look. The first way that you can earn besides the merchant accounts by doing that is the global selling bonus. And you're going to get a certain amount of money, and 50% of what you earn every day, this is going to be based on 6 days a week for a 100-day term. We're not paid on Sundays and designated holidays. 50% is going to go into a B wallet, which I'm going to discuss coming up. And the other 50% is going to be something called P points. And I'll discuss P points, what they are, on the next slide. But here's something interesting. The junior distributorship costs $399. If you were to put $399 in a bank, how much would they pay you per day on that $399? Nothing, really. It's not even $1. And in fact, maybe not even for the entire year. Well, with this program, a junior distributor, you can get involved with the profit sharing, and you can get $200 or $2 a day, or 2 points. It converts to points for 100 days to your P points, which I'll show you soon. You're also going to get $2 a day that's going to go into a B wallet, like a reserve account, which you're going to need because in 100 days you may want to obviously repurchase and renew the program that you have. Now I want to ask you 3 more questions. If you had $2,000, where would you save your money? You know, most people, when I ask them that question, say a bank. Second question, well, after 1 year, how much money would you earn on that $2,000 in a bank? And the answers I get, well, maybe $10, and after the service fee, nothing. So, third question, if I can show you how to take the same $2,000 and turn that into, let's say, $200 to $400 a month, would you like to know what I'm doing? You see, that's our opportunity right there, plus a lot more we're going to talk about. As a director, that's $16 a day, or 16 points that will go into your P points, a reserve. And we're going to get to that next slide. The other 16 is going to go into your B wallet, because after the 100-day term, you're going to want to repurchase, and this is a reserve. So if you follow the program we're going to show you in this presentation, you can repurchase 100 days later based on 6 days a week with no money out of pocket. And that's the beauty of this program. You keep it going. The global selling bonus has something called P points. And that's going to go into your back office under an area that says P points. After you build up 100 points, you can take those points and transfer them to Kingdom Trade, otherwise known as kingdomtrade.org, as you see on your screen. Now, in this trading platform, you can do a lot of things with those points, and you can keep them adding up. You can buy gold, oil, gems, curio, art, stock options, and more coming. But you can also send it to your e-wallet. You could sell your points on the platform. You hit account manage to the left, and when you have 100 points, you sell it on the platform, and that turns into dollars in your e-wallet, and you can take it out. In fact, you're going to get a commission if you do decide to sell your P points here. So this turns to even more than what we talked about. That's what's so exciting. And there's going to be a lot more to come on what you can do in this opportunity. Let's continue. There are 3 wallets. As I already discussed, there's a B wallet. And that B wallet is where 50% of your global selling bonus goes. Like if you were a director, $16 a day, 6 days a week would go in your B wallet. The other 16 would become P points. Why would they do this? Well, most people, when they get paid, spend their money. How many people do you know with jobs? And let's say Fridays are payday. By Saturday, the money's gone. Well, here what they've done is set up an account in the B wallet. So when it comes time to repurchase that 100 days later, most of your money is there. And the rest will come maybe from your e-wallet or the P points. So you don't have to use out-of-pocket money to continue. Now, everybody's favorite wallet is the e-wallet. Why? Because that's where your earnings are going to go. And as soon as your earnings hit the e-wallet, you can take them out right away. And there are a few ways you can do. One of the ways is through the Kingdom card. Next is a P wallet, a very interesting wallet. On all the remaining comp plans I'm going to show you, you're going to get a 20% bonus. And a 20% bonus is going to go into your P wallet. And for your P wallet, you'll be able to buy future stock when it comes out. And very soon you're going to be able to buy items on the marketplace. Go shopping. It's like getting paid to buy stock or to go shopping. That's what this is all about. The next bonus is called a leadership bonus. And this is a binary. Now, in most binaries, you may be familiar that you have to keep them balanced, left and a right side, in order to get paid. We have that program that's coming up soon. But with this bonus, there is no balancing required. If somebody falls into your binary, you're going to get paid $6. $4.80 will be in your e-wallet you could take out. And that special bonus in the P wallet will be $1.20. 20%. Now, you may think this is a small number. I'm going to give you some examples of how this works. Okay, we see on your screen a table. You're paid through certain amount of levels depending on the package you buy, whether you're a junior distributor that we talked about or a director, the two that we're going to show you here. And you're paid per unit, not per person. See, each one of those packages is a unit. You can buy 2, 5, 10, 50 units or more. And every time a unit falls into your binary, you're paid $6. As you can see, things add up. If you're a junior distributor, you're paid through 7 of these levels, which is $1,524 if you fill it out. Now, a director is paid through 15 levels. Now, keep in mind, this is a binary. When I talk to people, I say, well, 15 levels. So they say, well, that's almost double what a junior is. So what is it, about $3,200, $3,300? Watch your screen. This is going to amaze you. A director through 15 levels, because it keeps growing each level, it doubles. You'll have, maybe you can make up to $393,204 if you fill your binary. Now, I know a lot of us are not going to get there, but this keeps growing and growing. Your binary that you get originally doesn't stop in 4 months. It stays active the entire time you're in the opportunity. So this is very exciting. Now, who can put people into your binary? Well, you can. The people above you can, depending on how many levels you see here. Like if you're a director, 14 levels above you can put people in your binary. And all the people that are in your binary, when they bring people in, Depending on your position or unit, that's 7 to 15 additional levels that you can put in. And it's actually 6 to 14 levels because you're paid on 7 to 15 levels. So the people above you, you, and the people below you can fill your binary. Let me give you an example. I know somebody that came in, started with 56 units. And within a few weeks, like I think 6 weeks later, it grew to 110 units. If you were within those 15 levels as a director of that person coming in, and you don't even know who that is, with 110 units, you would have made $660 on that one person. Just one. So $6 does add up. We haven't even gotten to the best part yet. That's coming very soon. Also, Kingdom 777 wanted to reward you for sharing the opportunity with others. And it's called a referral bonus. You see, everyone's going to get a 20% referral bonus based on the BVs. Remember that early slide that we talked about the packages where a junior distributor is 300 BVs and a director is 1,900 BVs. Well, since most people come in as a director, let's use the example of 1,900 BVs as a director. Whether you're a junior or a director, you bring somebody in, you're going to get $380 if you refer a director. Out of that, 80% goes in your e-wallet, which is $304. 20% of that will go into your P-wallet for shopping or to buy future stock, and that's $76. So this adds up quickly. Kingdom 777 also decided to pay us on overrides, and the overrides are paid from 1 to 3% on a total of 6 generations. Now, this is where it differs based on the package that you get. A junior distributor gets a 1% override and a director gets 3%. Quite a bit more. $19 for a junior if a director falls below you from levels 2 through 6. And a director will get $57, a lot more for the same amount of work. Very interesting program here, and it keeps adding up and keeps getting better. What most people like is the binary matching bonus. Now, I'll do my best to explain this to you the first time. You may need to see this more than once because we cover a lot on this slide. We're going to use the director position, 1,900 BVs as an example. In a binary, you're at the top of your binary. And in your binary, you have a left side and you have a right side. Okay? That's your binary. First person comes in, which is number 2, because you're number 1. Now, who could put number 2 there? You can bring in number 2 and anybody above you, all the way up to the top person in the company. Anyone above you, through your ladder, your chain, to the very top, could put in number 2. Now, will you get paid? The key word here is matching. The left and the right side have to match. Well, you've got 2 on the left, so in order to get paid, you got to bring in another person that goes on the right. So maybe you bring in 3. Somebody above you brought in 2, and you bring in 3. That's a match, and that will be equal to $100, $80 in your e-wallet, which is 80%, 20% in your P-wallet, which is $20. Now what happens here is there's you, there's number 2, and everybody above you. Any one of you, whether it's you or number 2 or the people above you, bring in 3. Or 4, number 4. It's not a match, right? Because you got 4 on the left, you got 2 on the left, and 1 on the right. So in order to get paid, you or number 3, one of you, has to bring in 5. Now you see there's a match. 4 and 5 are your next match. That's another $100. Now you or number 2 will bring in 6, and you or number 3 bring in 7. See, that's another match because you got 1 on the left and another one on the right. So 6 and 7 will generate another $100. Now let's change the scenario here. It's you, and you buy 3 positions. So you, 2, and 3 are positions you bought. You own 1, which is you, 2, and 3. That's what you own. So let's take a close look. Just like the example I just showed you. 2 and 3, when they come in, that's a match for you. That's $100. 4 and 6, that's a match for you. 6 and 7, it's a match for you. It's $300. But here's where things change. You see, binary person number 2 there has a binary, And position number 3, which is you also, your 2 and 3, has its own binary. So 4 and 6 is going to be a match for number 2, which is another 100. 7 and 5 is a match for number 3, which is also you, which is another 100. So you can buy as many of these units as you want. It's up to you how much you want to do, but always feel comfortable in the amount that you purchase. You know, there are people with over 100 units, there are people with 1. Just depends what you want to do. Now, this is where it gets very exciting. You see, this matching bonus pays through infinite levels deep. I just showed you 2. And it caps out at $10,000 a day per unit. That's the most you can make. But that's only on this one pay plan. There are many more pay plans. I'm not even covering all the pay plans in this presentation. We're just looking at a few of them. Just in this one binary matching bonus, you can make up to $10,000 a day, infinite levels deep, and the people above you all the way up to the top can also contribute to your binary. So if you had you, 2, and 3, those are 3 units, you can make up to $30,000 a day. And again, the original binary you get when you start lasts longer than 100 days. It keeps going and going and going. Even if you filled up half of that per day, you'd be excited. So you can do extremely well with this program. Got to share it though, right? Finally, we're going to talk about the repurchase program. Now you get this for 100 days, and that's based on 6 days a week. So let's look at this closely. Let me go back here. 6 days a week. And what happens is after the 100 days, you need to repurchase that unit. What that's going to do is create a new unit for you. All right, so let's look at this closely. You will use the money in your B wallet. Remember that reserve? You should have about $1,600 in your B wallet, but that may not be enough to cover because it's $19.99 to repurchase a director. We're using a director as an example. So what you'll do is take some of the money in your e-wallet because you've been earning all that money every day, $16 a day. That was P points that maybe you transferred to your e-wallet or from some of your commissions that I showed you. The leadership bonus, the binary matching bonus, all those other bonuses there, referral bonus. You may get some money there and use that. You don't have to use any out-of-pocket money to repurchase, and you keep it going. So that's the beauty of the program. In addition, you're going to have to get a repurchase permit license, and you can obtain it by shopping at the marketplace or buying the pre-IPO stock swap, which means you get these shares at a discount. Plus, they're going to give you permits. Now, the pricing of the permits can vary from month to month depending on when you're buying the stock swaps or what items you're buying online. So just keep that in mind. It should be anywhere from $300 to $450, and that keeps you going. You know, obviously, if you're buying the stock, you're also getting those shares, and they're talking about this share starting off the IPO around $10 or $12 or $13 a share. And recently, in January and in December, we're able to get, and this is 2014 now, you can get these shares for $1.50 a share. Plus, you get the permit. You can't beat it. It's a great way to go. You know, you're putting money into yourself instead of paying bills, and that's what we need to do. Now, when you repurchase, you'll have the option of placing your new repurchase unit on your left or your right side. It'll go to the bottom of your left or right side. It would be smart to place it on your weak side because if you have a lot of BVs on one side, let's say your right side, put it on your left side because you know what's going to happen? You're going to get a binary matching bonus of $100 when you repurchase. So you're getting money back, which is also exciting as well. Now let's talk about the program in a little more detail. What happens to your original unit or units that you bought? Well, first of all, it's going to remain active. Even when you repurchase, the global selling bonus will end for your original unit, okay, the one that you had, and it'll be transferred to the new repurchase unit. So that's not going to stop. The original unit won't get it anymore. Your new unit will get it. And now this is good. When the affiliates you sponsor repurchase, the people that you referred, when they repurchase, you're going to get the referral bonus. If you brought them in, you're going to get another $380. The leadership, you're going to get another $6. The BVs, you're going to get these matching bonuses. It's going to continue and continue each time. In fact, if you buy units yourself, you're going to get a referral bonus on yourself. Not only when you repurchase, but when you originally purchased that unit, you're going to get a commission on yourself because you bought the unit. You sold it to yourself. So, and you're going to get the BVs and the leadership bonus. So this is a great way for you to build an opportunity and your savings. When your direct affiliates downline repurchase, you're going to receive the referral bonus on 6 generations as well. So that's your override. So it's not just the ones you bring in, the directs, but the people they bring in, 6 generations on the referral bonus, plus the leadership bonus based on 7 to 15 levels, depending on the package you purchased, and the BVs through infinite levels deep. You're going to get all that. So you pay one time in the repurchase, and not much because you've got the B wallet, but you're going to receive as you build. And people say, I can't refer somebody. We refer people to movies. We refer people to restaurants. But when it comes to benefiting yourself financially, for some reason people say they can't do that. I'll tell you, if I have this opportunity in front of me like you're seeing right now, I want to share this with everybody. Why not? Why would you keep it a secret? So every time you repurchase, all your binaries are going to remain active. And a new binary is added. Remember we saw that binary matching bonus? Well, your original one's going to continue. When you repurchase the first time, you're going to get another one. When you repurchase the second time, you're going to get another one. It just keeps growing and growing. You keep adding more binaries as you grow through this program. It just doesn't get any better. I hope you understand there's a lot of information that we covered, and you may need to see this a few times. That's fine. It's recorded. We're going to have it on our website. We are the Kingdom Group. Okay? There are many groups and teams within Kingdom 777, but you're not going to get the benefits we're going to provide you, like support, training, marketing tips, webinars, videos, and a lot more. 3-way phone calls, help you as many ways as we can, keep you updated with the news, what's going on, so you're not out there lost in space like I know a lot of you are. That's the benefit of being in the Kingdom Group. We're here to help you. Now, I know there are people on the webinar now that are not in the Kingdom Group, which is fine. That's okay. We don't mind. We're here to help you here, but we do limit on the help we're going to give you because we have to give our team that extra benefit. So you want to get in touch with a person that invited you to this presentation. And what we're going to do right now is get to your questions. And these are important because you know what? A lot of times you can learn just as much from the question as you do from the presentation. I'm going to stop the recording at this time because this is the extra benefit we give to the people that are attending the live presentation. Those of you on the phone, you'll still be able to hear everything.